because it's weird, but I was thinking about like ramen for lunch or something like that. Hello, welcome to the stream. Technically it's the afternoon, but I've been snoozing. Like, not snoozing, we'll say not snoozing. More so just, like, I woke up at like 9 something. I think it's 9 and now it's like 12 in the afternoon. I have a shift at like 2 p.m. I have a night shift, which is so nice. So nice, the night shift. But at least I don't have to at least get up at like 7. So it's okay. A little review for the weeksies. I suppose that's what I this. I'm doing the quick method of making this ramen because honestly, why the heck not? Why the heck not do something just normal? You know? Not normal, quick. Quick is the word I'm looking for. So this week has been like kind of hectic, but not really. So last week was last Friday before this Friday. Last week was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day was a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. This week was very hectic as in the aspect of I can't remember 5 seconds of where like back-to-back things were happening, but sometimes they're bad in the moment, but they're like good afterwards, which I really enjoy that aspect of. I like keeping busy. I don't like doing it, which is a very weird. So I can say because there's like I swear we have a soup bowl here, but it's like a normal thing, right? I like keeping busy. I like having work to do. I just don't like doing it half the time. So I'm like one of the club leaders at my college, right? And because of that, it gets like kind of hectic sometimes, especially when you're known. When you're known to help out quite often, it tends to be a thing, I guess. I think we're showing the camera like once. Right. Good morning. Come here. You dog. Little dog. Little baby. I'm gonna put you down now because you're just looking for food now. Right. Oh, there you go. Can't move, man. Can't move. But basically, like, the club activities, a lot of being like an esports member is kind of hard, kind of difficult, kind of not, but like, at the same time, it's a lot of fun. Being a club leader in the aspect of like, you get to set up meetings. We have a dance club, and we also have another club that I run. And having those events happen is very fun too. At the club that I also help run, because I'm not the official president, I'm like the vice president of the club. Basically, we run like the D&D night sometimes. Well, I mean sometimes. I mean like every Tuesday we hold it, but you know there's things along with that. This past week we had to all plan for the enrollment fair because of the weather conditions. So classes were canceled that morning, and not many people like showed up to the club fair, which technically it was not a flop. It was just what's the word? It wasn't a flop. It was just I don't know. It wasn't well planned because of the weather, we'll say. Do I want to? Yeah, I want one of these cups. Yeah, that was my thought process, and it was a very weird one at that. I just cracked my ankle. That was weird. Oh, very weird. Because we have the club fair happening, we're doing a new mini involvement fair, and it's the involvement fair itself is instead of being like one day in particular, it's 5 days throughout the week. When we have things that are going on in classes and whatnot, we all have to like plan individually. So I got my work cut out for me. Everyone does too. But like at the same time, being able to run the events and learn and meet new people is a big part of being a club leader. And I think a lot of the club leaders are very well known throughout the college, so it's very interesting to meet your different people, to know exactly who's coming in, who's not. Like, I'm affiliated with the Honor Society because it's also considered part of, not the clubs, but it's partnered with my club. And then we have Magic the Gathering Club, which I'm very affiliated with, the leader of that. We have a parkour club. We have a live action role play club. We have a dance club. Like, anything you can find at the college, you will have things to do. We also was kind of like a lunch period, but essentially, like, everyone has their classes in the morning, and a lot of people have breaks in between. So from 10 a.m. to, I want to say about 2 o'clock is lunchtime. And so, like, everyone will meet up. So, like, on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays in particular, more so Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's more populated because our esports teams will actually bring out carts. And so there's a gaming section. We have Magic going on. People are eating lunch, and we're working on assignments, which I find so fun. So unbelievably fun, due to the aspect of, like, you'll find new people, you'll find things to do, you know? You'll find a lot of people to end up talking to, learning things. I've ended up being, like, one of those people who, essentially kind of, what's the word? I'm one of those people who has ended up being, like, your go-to person to find things, which I find very interesting. Like, I've had more than, like, 7 people go, hey, where do you find this? Like, yesterday I was walking through the campus and someone goes, hey, do you know where the mailroom is? And I thought to myself, like, I don't know where the mailroom is. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's one for every department. My bad. Because I usually live up on the 4th floor, which is the fine arts department, so we have our own mailroom for that. But I would assume it was on the 2nd floor, so I was like, maybe the 2nd floor might be, like, your best bet, we'll say. Maybe your best bet. We don't know yet. And it would be your best bet. So, knowing around the school is a very tough thing. I also find it very interesting, too. Because if you think about it, why is it texting me? Because if you think about it, the interesting portion of it is, I am a 2nd semester student. Next semester will be my 3rd semester at my college. Why is it so steamy? Papers. And that is, by itself, is the first semester you come in and you don't know very many people. And then they're like, you look at people and you're like, oh, this person's very well known, so is this person, they're very well known in this community. And then you go into the spring semester and you're like, oh, I'm like one of those people, what do I do? It's so crazy to me how you can go from being not like a nobody, but not knowing very many people, to being very well known throughout college. And I find that very interesting. Like, I end up swinging by and saying hi to the person at the college all the time. It's literally just because of the fact that, like, he came. Oh, I cut it the wrong way. Because the president of the college has come into some of my classes to speak. He's very well known, and people who are famous are like anybody like you and me. They got their own dreams, inspirations, and goals to do. So he didn't even know he was going to do that either, which I find very, very fun. Like, he didn't know what he was going to do. He has a completely different degree, and he is the president of the college. Like, you'll find something to do, and I find it very interesting that you can go in. You can go in and basically, like, into our college, and it's very well known to be like, hey, you can change your major whenever, right? You're not defined to what you pick, you can always change. It will make the process longer, but you will find something that you like to do, and if you don't, that's okay. Because we have people who take general classes, or people who know what they're doing. Me, I'm a fine arts major, but I have met people who do liberal arts because of the fact that it's a basic one, so then later you can go in, and do different things. So, that is definitely a thing. This needs a tad more water, but I don't think that'll be, necessary. But yeah, not knowing what you want to do is totally fine, and I find it very, very rewarding that you don't have to know what you want to do in order to go to college. Like, they're like, hi, you don't know what you want to do? Good luck. And meanwhile, my college is like, hey, you know what you want to do? Switch your major whenever. Just make sure you withdraw. It's very interesting to have someone go, oh, hey, withdraw this class before you fail it because I don't want you to fail or I don't want you to dig yourself deeper in. Because I've had teachers and things like that and just saying it, and like, hey, we're worried about you. And it's not a bad thing to be like worried about in particular. You just go in, right? And so one of the things that this week in particular was kind of frustrating is because I technically am an esports member and I play Overwatch. We lost our match. But it's the closest we had ever gotten. Because we had the 2 preseason matches, which means you get placed against teams that are not above your level. So, like, Tier 1 and Tier 2 are not in our tiers. We were in Tier 3. So, and the skill level is very, very different. So, because of that different skill level, right? You have your different skill levels. And then on top of that, on Tuesday I just launched the web meeting, the club meeting for my club because I wasn't planning on attending. But our president was stuck in his house because his garage got frozen shut. Yay, winter. And so because of that, he had to launch it from inside his house. So I had to go in, launch the meeting, then come back in, and then right after I had to go to the dance club and launch the dance club meeting because the dance club leader was running like a chicken with his head cut off due to the fact that, like, he's also one of the higher people within the college too, so he takes classes like you and me. He's been here for a while, but he knows things. He's the leader of student life. So a lot of time he has to do work regarding students, being able to talk to students, things like that. It's very nice to have him. You'll find tons of people at college, which I find very, very fun. Oh, we have a fridge that yells at me saying, hey, do this. I don't think I got a cold, but I'm sniffling, which is weird. Very, very weird. But essentially, having those leaders work with each other is a big part of being a club leader at college due to the fact that, you're not alone. And you may think that you're alone, but, like, we got this, It's, if one club leader can't do it by themselves, someone else will go and help. If you need help, someone else has got you. Like, you're never not alone, which is something that I quite enjoy. Never alone. I was planning on doing a stream tomorrow, around the same time as, like, last week, around, like, 4 p.m.-ish, but the reason why I'm not able to do that today or tomorrow, and why I'm doing it now, is because of the fact that I have a shift at 2 p.m., so I can't do it at 4 because it goes from 2 to 7:30. So, so fun. The night shift's not bad. It's actually quite easy. Not easy. I feel it's less stressful because I know what I'm doing by this point. Because I know what the morning shift expects for the next morning, it's not as difficult to do it, which I I think it's good. For sure, for sure. So I think I might live stream around the same time tomorrow. Um, because I have the same time around tomorrow. That's a thing. I actually have to do a couple things before I do that night shift, so I'm gonna end here. This is a quick talk stream, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.